Oh man, I had such a rough day yesterday. I wanted to be like, fuck you, fuck our friendship. And luckily I fell back onto a process that I learned in men's group from a good friend. And so that's the point of this video and me sharing my embarrassing story. Hopefully it'll take away something that can help you manage a really emotional situation and stop you from taking it out on people around you or blowing up good parts of your life and creating some positive out of it in some way. I've been learning guitar. Part of what I wanted to learn was how to jam. So I've been hosting a jam night in my garage. There's been talk lately of it turning into a band because it's been so good. I started to get a little excited. And then my friend called me yesterday, who's leading the band. Hey Sean, about the band, we're gonna do it without you. I told him it was the right move for everyone involved. But then as soon as I put the phone down, all of a sudden the anger welled up and I just started pacing around. I felt tense. But luckily I'd remembered a situation we were in a men's group. So this guy was going through an emotional situation and the other guys recommended this simple process, step by step, that he could use in a situation where he feels overly emotional, you know, and is about to do reckless things that could blow up his life. And that's what I want to share with you. Step one, disengage from the situation. You know, in that moment, I wasn't clear on what I was feeling, why I was feeling so intensely, or what I even wanted from the situation. So what good would it do re-engaging with that person? It's only going to escalate further, cause more conflict. So luckily this was over the phone, so that was easy. I just didn't call him back. You know, in person I've had to do this, and it's more like, hey, I need some time to think through this. Whatever I can do to get out of the situation. Okay, step number two, my instant reaction was to go out and get a bunch of junk food, or to go Netflix and space out, or call up friends and go have some drinks, or to pull up porn and or whatever, you know, just anything to relieve these uncomfortable feelings that I was experiencing and all this tension, you know? Instead of doing that, number three, I called a supportive friend. A guy I know through one of my men's groups. And he reminded me of the rest of the steps of this process. So once I talked to him and calmed down a little bit, the next step was to just go and be alone and have quiet time. I kind of have to be alone to be able to sort through what I'm feeling, you know? And so I drove home, I turned the stereo off so I could just hear my own thoughts. When I got home, I took the dog out for a walk instead of going out and seeing people. You know, I spent the evening just cleaning my house. The next step was, I realized that I couldn't fully feel what was happening or sort through it because I was getting choked out with anger, you know? And this is very common for men. Growing up as little boys, we were taught that anger's good, like in sports, it's useful, you know? Oh, it's encouraged. But sadness or feeling hurt or whatever is not. And so a lot of times as men, we can go straight to anger. That's a challenge because the anger stops us from feeling what's really there. And so what I do, this is something I learned from my men's group, was I get the anger out somehow first. And that's what this guy's here for, so that I can get the rage out when I need to, and then sit down and then sort through what I'm actually feeling in those moments. And so I'll hit the punching bag, I'll go for a short run. I know people that punch pillows or scream into pillows or whatever you can do to move that stuck, tense energy that's in your chest and your throat, you know? And once you've allowed yourself to get out some of that anger and angst, then you put the pen to paper. You journal. It's an easy way for me to sort through what I'm feeling, why, and what this reminds me of from the past. I literally just write bubbles, and in the middle I'll put the situation, and then I'll write different bubbles, and it'll expand out, and thoughts will come up, and all sorts of stuff. First, what did I feel? I felt, you know, unappreciated. I was afraid my jam night was gonna fall apart, and I put a lot of effort into it. And then, most importantly, I realized that I've actually had a past of starting communities and some of them I didn't feel very appreciated in. And there's been one or two that fell apart or evolved away from me and didn't include me. And I felt quite hurt by that. The next step, I encouraged myself to feel through all this stuff. If I felt some feelings well enough, I just sit down with it and close my eyes and breathe into it. You know, and sometimes those feelings would come out and sometimes they wouldn't. But I got a little bit of it out, and then and only then, once I was clear on what I should do and wasn't a bottled up mess ready to explode on my friend, you know, I then called my friend back. This step is important for me, but a lot of people don't take it, and it's because these conversations can be uncomfortable. To me, it's a great opportunity to see what this person's made of under fire, what their character's like, how emotional intelligent they are, how much they value my friendship, and an opportunity to bring us closer together. So I called my friend back and I said, hey man, can I talk to you about the band quickly? He said, yeah, sure, what's up? I said, man, I still think it's the right decision. I'm excited for you guys. But honestly, I felt a little hurt and sad and angry after I hung up the phone. And he said, man, I really value you so much. I really value the jam night so much. He made me feel so appreciated. He addressed all my concerns and it left me feeling great. I had nothing else to worry about at that point. So our friendship became closer together, and I could have made things so much worse in my life, and to turn it into a positive was really impactful. And so that's what I hope you'll take away from this. Now, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments below. If you like this video, give us a like below the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're curious about being in a men's group with me and a bunch of other great guys, you can head over to mensgroup.com and the link below this video, and you can check out one of our men's groups for free to see if it's a good fit for you. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.